and at least
we're small but appreciative.
Yeah, at least we'll finish early, so that there'll be one benefit of the program of the talk. So, since I have a half hour, I don't think you want to watch me play the video game for an entire half hour. I'll tell you a little bit about the project and try to connect it with some of the themes that I've been hearing at this conference. So the game itself is a fully online course of criminal procedure that has as a component one-third gameplay. It's a role-playing video game, which we're going to play right now. Modeled loosely after Grand Theft Auto. I say that if I get a very PC audience, they get angry with me, but it's true. We don't have that many shootings and things like that. We do have shootings. And of course, it's a wonderful way to actually give students the experience of, when a police officer can use deadly force in apprehending suspect. So the game is an incredible learning tool. But before we talk about the tool, because there's a whole half hour, and I'll have you come up and play if you want. I want to talk a little bit about why there's so few of these tools. And it has to do with some of the frustrations of the project, the difficulties, and just the economics and regulatory background in which we're all working. Okay, so everyone here, I think, is on the boat that legal education, as it stands now, is an absurd, anachronistic dinosaur. There were 59,000 students entering first-year class in 2011. This year, there are 31,000. So, the law schools, the number of law schools is shrinking. Moreover, it's no longer much. So, there's just less money going into it to support the type of education that's being given. Second, it's not as profitable as it once was. The reason the Department of Labor statistics show that nursing assistants who are 6 years of education make more money than starting lawyers who are 7. So just from a pure dollars and cents, the 3-year education proposition to a young person to do is increasingly absurd. The delivery of legal education doesn't make any financial sense. Now, of course, everyone's been saying this for a long, long time, and nothing's happened. Very little has happened. I mean, I'm a great supporter of Cali. I use Cali. I love making multiple choice questions. For this course, I have 300 multiple choice questions I invented. I teach criminal procedure traditionally, and with the game online platform, I think my results are better with the online platform. So I'm not wed at all to the model that I should be as a professor of traditional lecture or Socratic method. Yet, this sort of thing is very rare. One of the reasons why it's so rare is it takes a lot of money. It's very expensive. I got a grant to do it. It can't be easily replicated. But there's no market for it. And that's something I'm trying to find. If anyone wants to license this online game, please talk to me. I'm in the second phase of this. I have to regain our investment. So if anyone's interested in licensing this game and the criminal procedure course, I can do that completely online. Is a regulatory issue. I'm going to just change slightly. So one of the things I also do is I direct our IP information law program. And we have a summer program in Croatia. And my new dean has been more understanding, and we aren't as reliant as we once were from non-MSU students, from law students outside my law school coming to come to the program because there's sort of the financial basis for the program. And as the years have gone by, it's getting harder and harder to get approval from other law schools so that for their students to come to our program in Croatia. Why? Why do you think?
They don't want to give up the money?
They don't want to give up the money. Yeah, in fact, it is. This year, I'm not going to mention, of course, the person, but it took me about 15 minutes to realize I'm having this conversation with this dean's students at the school that will be nameless. He was going backward and forward about can he give approval, blah, blah, blah. I finally realized he just wanted a cut of our tuition and then he'd give the approval. And so, what we have is essentially no competition in the provision of legal education. Why? Because the law schools are all these nasty little monopolists. And essentially, they look at students and they say, you're our tuition stream. Now, there is a regulatory fix. The ABA or other accrediting bodies to sort of say, look, you have a right to take a certain number of credits from another law school, from another institution, which we don't have right now. But one thought that I was coming is watching all these really interesting ideas about delivering education is it's not happening because essentially the monopolists, the law school, can extract the rents of not providing innovation in services. They've captured their audience. And if there isn't an actual competition in types of classes, we're just going to get the same old thing over and over and over again. And so, we usually hear these at conferences, it's the lazy professors who are, writing articles on, the UCC and Michel Foucault instead of, really working hard in the classroom. And I'm like, no, it's not so much the lazy professors. I mean, it's the nasty parasitic bureaucrats. I'm supposed to be live streamed? Yes. Okay. Exactly. I mean, because, they're really not interested in students taking classes in any other format than what they're offering, and they're making it more and more difficult for that. So if we really want different platforms to thrive, we have to. I think the answer is really buffer rate. Okay, enough of that spiel. So, this is the first role-playing criminal procedure video game course. It's part of an online platform where there's lectures, traditional format. They're not, I see much better, I have to admit. I did not have support to do them. There's the PowerPoint slide in Camtasia. But there's also a large number of multiple-choice questions and a mandatory game option. So this is pegged into the lecture, and students have to actually pass the game before they're allowed to go on and take the next lecture. It's used just as a sort of industry standard, the Unity platform, and it was developed with the help of the GELS Lab, which is the video game laboratory at Michigan State University. The programming was done entirely by undergraduates, although that's changing as we're sort of professionalizing and as we're licensing the course. We've had to invest a little bit more to get it quite professional level. But it's pretty much an undergraduate programming, and of course I wrote the scripts, and I So, afterwards, I welcome you to come up and play this, and I don't want to bore everybody by going through it, but it's a role-playing game. So you are hard-boiled cop Matt Carlisle, and your first job, however, is to figure out how to deal with an online world. And actually, this proved to be, dealing with students who don't know games. This was the most difficult thing. I got more complaints about this level simply because they just weren't, most of them weren't gamers. You have, in all the games you go to escape, and here are your objectives. So you just have to sort of find items and figure out how this online world works. So you go around, you have to collect, and I hope we don't have a terribly politically correct audience, but it was a challenge. Most of these I will say this, all these programmers were male. So I had some issues with, they have a gamer culture. But so you have to go and you have to go find, your various things that a police officer would need. Where do you think they hid the gun? The toilet. Oh yeah.
Gun in a toilet tank. Aren't we original?
That's right. And then they have to find the handcuffs. Okay.
Good time.
Graduate humor. Everyone give her a Okay, so you know, you have to find all these sort of items, and then you get to, and then the next scene, which we're not going to go to because for time purposes, is you go to your briefing at the police station, and you're told that there are drugs at 407 Farrow. Go check it out. And so it will take a second to load. There's 7 episodes that pretty much track the criminal procedure course up to Miranda. We just ran out of money, so Miranda, the case came to a quick ending. So this first scene is you have to investigate a house, and you don't have a warrant. So in other words, the question the player is given is, well, what can I do as far as investigation without a warrant? And this answers the first question the criminal procedure always asks, which is, what is a search? What can police officers do without getting a warrant? So, and I'm not going to go through the controls, but you have a flashlight, there's your flashlight in the pool. By the way, I'm not much of a gamer. I think there are few games that I like, so I'm incredibly spastic at the controls, especially when under pressure. And but here we go.
Want to be the most suspicious house on your block? Don't mow your lawn.
Okay, so here we go. Here's a house, and there's a fence here, but there is a door.
Now this isn't the least bit sketchy.
And there is actually a no trespass sign. Okay, so if you remember from the criminal procedure, these should be ringing some bells. But before you go there, oh, what's this? Trash. Okay, can I open it without a warrant? Yeah, it's amazing how self-conscious law professors are. It's a very easy question. But yes, there's confidence. Yes, good. And the answer is yes, of course. And you unlock a note on law, which is, of course, a reference to the Supreme Court case that says there's no expectation of privacy in trash left outside the curtain. Okay, so this tracks very nicely to any case book. One of the nice things we developed with the game is that I can change this easily. So we can change the picture. It makes it for any it will work with virtually any case book or thing like that. So okay. So we could go through the recycling. We're not going to do that now. Okay. So can I go up the sidewalk? I don't have a warrant though. Well, of course you can. It's an implicitly implied consent.
I should see if anyone's home.
I'm knocking the door?
Yes, sir.
Go for it.
Guess no one's home.
Okay. Now, inspect mailbox.
What do we have here?
Okay, note on law. And here we're able to show, look, you can look, but you may not touch. Exactly. And so, after the inspection, what about down here? Look at fallen letters. What do? Take utility bill, write down information, or leave. Okay, these are the early ones, so these are pretty easy. Come on, guys, what is it?
Write it down.
Write it down, thank you, exactly, write it down. Okay, but let's call DTE Energy and
Let's see what DTE Energy has to say.
Okay, because now you know from the previous episode that you're looking for Gary Moran. So I'm sort of not telling you everything that the gamer plays. Oh, there's your cell phone. Let's call Olivia.
This is Olivia. How can I...
Hey, Olivia. It's me.
Matt, how are you? Oh, wait. You want something, don't you?
Okay. Can I confirm residence living in the guy's house? Which one do you think it is? Right, exactly.
I'm at a residence, 407 Farrow in Bayless, and I was hoping to confirm a residence.
Name on the account is Gary Moran. That's all I've got for you.
Thanks, Olivia. Pleasure as always.
Yep, yeah.
Okay, we can go on with the game, but the note on law, third party's expectation of privacy, we're able to illustrate that. I'll just do a little bit more. There's 7 levels of this. It's kind of can be a little tedious and demonstrated all the time, but I do want to show one of the fun things here. Yes, you can go up. Okay. So notice, we're really far from the house. So where are we entering? Does anyone remember from criminal procedure what was this game for we're entering? Open fields. So we're in a completely different environment. Can you go up to the shack and look in? Yes, you can. Where you couldn't for the house, you can't look in the windows. And we missed that episode where you're forced to look in the windows in the previous thing. But, so here we go.
Oh, what's that smell?
Oh, what is that smell? What is that? I'm getting it. Okay. Inspect the dead rat, and there's drugs by there, and the question is, can you pick it up? And of course, this is all references, and references back to what the lecture was and what the multiple choice questions were. And it goes on for about 4 hours. What I found fascinating was, anyone have kids, by the way, who watch video games? What I found is sort of, an incredible example of our degenerate culture is what kids do today. They're too lazy to even play video games. So what they love to do is to go on YouTube and watch other people play video games. Yeah, you knew, exactly. On the other side, my son presented me with a check for $112, and he said, it's the first time I saw a check, like printed, and he said, Dad, is this real money? He's like, yes, how do you get it, Jonah? And he said, well, I just monetized my YouTube stream. Well, what do you have on your YouTube stream, Jonah? It's like, oh, it's just me playing Minecraft. Okay, whatever. So it's a different world out there. But what I found is I would lecture using the game. So it's pretty much what I'm doing now, except in a far more detailed form. So we're able to go over all the cases while we're actually experiencing this. And, just to give you a sense of what I think the power of this game is that, when I was teaching criminal procedure, I'd always be the joke, oh, the curtilage is the area around the house where there's an expectation of privacy. No expectation. Expectation. Silly little games like that. But here, we can show you. And when I lecture it, I'm able to say, look, well, and then I can go up sort of close to it. There's something we didn't go over. There was a door on the side as you were walking up the house, which really was a wonderful example of the done factors. 2 of them met, 2 of them not met. So you're able to sort of see in a much more visceral, real-life experience what it's like, what these cases are all about. So, that's all I have to say. I really welcome you to come play with it. If you know anyone who wants to license it, please call me. But, again, this was a good idea. It wasn't a great idea. It wasn't like, oh my God, Maxwell's equations. It was a good idea that I think a lot of people had. Like you mentioned, you said, let's make this game. The reason why this doesn't happen more is really, I think, is a regulatory and it's, I won't say financial because it's a lot of money to put this together. But given the amounts of money the students are paying in tuition, it's not that much. And there just is not a demand from law school for this. It's a captured audience. And that's all I have to say. So, yes?
How much time and money did you spend on it?
Well, I'm not going to tell you how much money, but it was a lot. And as far as time, it was significant. I mean, I gave up my research for about a year and a half. The money, it was a lot. We were somewhat benefited by the fact that it was in MSU's video game department. So, if the money issue is very difficult, and I've learned a lot of this whole process. The interests are not properly aligned, as in most contracts. Of course, the professors just want money. The students were really interested in developing a portfolio for them to get jobs. So they spent all these hours on developing these beautiful textures and things like that, and appearances. Because they would go and they would say, look what I did, and they would be able to show themselves to employers that they were really good artists or video gamers. There was very little the actual attention to the game, which I thought I get from them, how to make it into an interesting game. They're like, we don't care. So it's and so I should going back and there should have been more thought into making it into sort of more exciting game and less of a tool. So. without giving you financials, that's the best answer.
So what was the students' response to this? Do you feel they were more engaged in the class or
Yeah.
understood the cases better?
They all liked it. The biggest fetch was technical, so currently the game has changed. We're currently moving to a web-based system, but right now it's downloaded. And I love my students, some of the brightest people I know, but there are many of them who are so, I'm being live streamed, tech retarded, hi students, I know who you are. They could not download the program. And they would call me at 10:30, and they would say, "I can't download it." I said, "You just disabled your firewall. What's that?" It's like, okay. So that was the biggest challenge. We're going to solve that by moving to a web-based system. Also, the program is being developed, and that was again because we weren't web-based. A lot of students just buy these, little laptops, and then they get upset that it doesn't run as well as it should. So, I told the students this works best on a desktop, but of course, that was the biggest thing. I would say, so I hosted my videos of me playing the game screencast. I had 30, 40 students in my class last summer when I taught it. I bought something like, I don't know, it must have been 1,000 hours of bandwidth. It was gone within 4 days. I talked to with the students that, well, I didn't really do much of the lectures, Professor Ken, but I played the game and I really liked watching you do goes with the game. It's like, okay, great. So that actually proved to be the most effective tool, which was, because why? It transforms the lecture to watching television. It doesn't like to watch television. Okay, well, you're all welcome to, if there are any more questions, you're all welcome to come and play it. Oh, yes, I'm sorry.
What was the platform?
It's Unity.
Unity.
Yeah.
And you said the program is large. Like,
It's huge. I mean, I never counted it up, but you can play it on. I'm playing on my Mac right now. I mean, it's large. So if you have a decent sized laptop that's relatively new, you can play it. The source code is enormous, and it's on GitHub. I don't want to fuck around. Okay. Anyone else? Oh, yeah.
I just want to say from the voice acting that seems good, and in terms of the development, like you said, the textures, like when you're walked up to the door of the house and you kind of see the flecking of the paint and things like that. So there's a lot of work into it. And I will say the kind of style that you've used, where it's sort of kind of these almost like reaction prompts, like you have a choice. And I did notice we had a bar counting down.
Yep.
To kind of prompt you to make that in the moment decision. I've seen games like that where you'll have a prompt similar, and then the game will remember your choice. If you were to make a poor decision or you'd be in violation, would that have an effect?
Oh yeah. So what happens? And I'm sorry I didn't make this clear. So you go spread the dead rat. Okay. Now you're supposed to.
What do we have here?
Now can you pick them up or something? Okay.
As much as I love this smell, I really should move on.
Okay, so I'll show you. I cast the eight. That's where you're supposed to make a bad decision. So let me just run back here, and I'll show you make a bad decision. These are calculators. This is what the students for at the end, and if you don't get a certain percentage, you have to play the level over. That was the other thing the students hated. It's so amazing that they always crave feedback, and then when you actually get it, maybe that's not so surprising. Okay, so should you go into the yard? Now, for criminal procedure aficionados, this is a great curtilage test because, on one hand, you're close, so that's one of the factors of whether. I'm sorry. Let me put that back. you have an expectation in curtilage, which is the area around your house. The factors for when it is a curtilage is proximity, whether it's open to the public, the purpose that it's being used for, and any efforts to hide it from public gaze. Here, we're coming off open field, so you can stand there, but the question is this can you pass through this? Now, there is no gate, but you're very close to the house, and there is no trespass sign. So, at the same time, you don't really take any efforts to disclose what you're doing. So it's one of those in-between things. There's this question, okay, proceed to the backyard. Okay, you get the incorrect answer, and that's tallied again. Yeah, enough of those little red things. You will be able to do it. And there's a story. It's not a great story, but it's a story. Yeah, mystery. We're close. Now it says 1:30 there. I know it's a little bit fast, but if anyone wants to come and play the game, I'll be there. I'll do that as well. No further questions. Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you. Yeah.
Oh, can I try it?
Yes, if anyone wants to come play the game, please go. So, have you done game before?
Not me.
Okay, so the typical W forward, D is side, W forward, your right hand, okay? So here, so point up versus W forward, A is to the right, D is to the left, W is to the right. And then move. So,
Oh, okay. So here's the
that's why students have problems.
At least he seems like a nice guy.
Okay.
so
You know, I'm really having second thoughts about being here.
So we'll force you to go back outside. You shouldn't be going in there.
oh,
Well,
okay.
go in there. Go in there.
See what happens.
Just go. Because you have to get that. Sure. Okay. Now, spot.
Wait, I know that color scheme.
Okay, so
Where did I see this before?
you saw that before. Go around the front, okay? And then it's actually the gator being stored now. So it's part of discovering mystery. Well.
So where is it there? This way?
Yep,
Take off
yep,
the
yep,
road?
and then take a left.
Okay.
So, it's interesting, too. How large was the environment?
Well, there has to be.
Okay, so is it just like,
Yeah.
for currency back?
Right, and this is, I mean, we'll decide. Wrong way, turn around. But there is that, that's part of it, sort of the openness of the world.
No, I don't think I'll find any evidence this way.
Just like a little reminder.
Exactly. So you want to turn around. Yeah, we've done fights and just two.
Right, you
Yeah.
got to bullet physics.
Yeah, right.
It's something to give a little bit of,
Yeah,
a little bit of excitement.
well, first of all, it's teaching. I mean, what is the most important thing is when can a police officer use the force. So, it's very useful. But as I said, it's a cool thing. Is there a monitor for it?
It is presented. The way that you have the notes on a lot of.
Yeah, we started out well. I think it's a cool tool.
I will, let me say from time to time, it's probably add on a lot more expense. Unless, when you were getting the first part where.
That's why I'm thinking, just go to whatever suits your mood now.
Like item. That made me think of the what they're doing now with the VR, where they have like hands to.
Yeah.
That kind of gets off the base.
Well, this is technically compatible with Oculus. But one thing, Mr. Mark, we couldn't get people. Hey, some people have first seen this so freaked out. I think, am I going to be graded on my gameplay? Blah blah blah. And so it's relatively easy. I mean, hey, you spent 4 minutes. You're getting the hang of it.
I think so, yeah.
So there you go. Are you a gamer at all?
No.
Okay,
That's all.
there you go. Okay.
Yeah.
So, but it's just a lot of person love
It's interesting. It's not a, it's a video learning tool, but it's not scripted. It's exactly what you're doing.
Right.
Yeah, I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do now.
Okay, so now what we want to do is we're going to hit escape.
Where's the...
Escape right there. Okay, so you have your little thing. Check the garage for illegal exit. Okay, so you have to go to private secret.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is what you have to do if you're playing the game.
Oh, I see. But you tell them what they have to do.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
Okay.
They're calm. I got everything out of order, but if you're playing the game, there's a order and prompt to it.
Okay.
So it is total freedom, but we really sort of prompt people. So it's just an illusion of freedom. Okay, so you're in the field. Okay. Okay, look at the change. Okay. Can you cut the lock? No. Okay. Okay, but here, this is the difference. You can go right up and look in, and you can try to use binoculars. Oh, look what you find. It says spot MDM ingredients.
Got him.
Okay, so they're
This guy made this way too easy.
Okay, great. Now, so then, why don't we go back here and remember the gator bait colors?
Oh, the red speaker?
Yeah.
Oh, the one that was close to the red speaker.
So,
I love you crooks. You're why I have a job. But oh my god, burn your trash unless you... That's right, the gator bait.
gator bait. Okay. So, let's go to the gator bait. You should be able to...
Doesn't look like there's anything else here.
Okay, so we're prompting you. I'm going to lead up. That's fine. Okay, so...
Oh, that's cool.
Level, and give it a second to load.
Okay.
Did you get your crew card?
No, I teach legal research and advanced legal research.
Okay, got it. So here we are at the Candeub liquor store, and
It'd be cool for like making
exactly. Okay, can you go into the Candeub? It's indoors. This is store. And here, this is an example of, I was essentially hosed.
All I'm saying is that when you hear of Montpellier
Tear into a Trim Tim.
All this is my money.
Can you make beer from potatoes?
Way too much. But,
fine, but Bert Bengler was often sloppy. Even when he didn't know he was Montpellier, was still a technical. And another. Oh, here we go. Like Bert Bengler didn't much right for the Yankees. Yeah, but he made no bones about it. Can't be going it actually is.
It's a great, that's right, you can't do that. And it's a great, even though you're in a public area, there's still an expectation of privacy.
Right.
So, it goes on and on and on.
That's cool.
But, yeah, so, I don't know.
See if you could do a lot of games.
Used to be a gamer.
Let's see. Well, I have some experience, and I follow not so much anymore, but I do follow developments of AR and VR stuff, which is very interesting to me in terms of virtual interaction, things like that. So I like the idea of using information that was in. There are a couple. I kind of feel like a pause screen like this is kind of familiar, and even the music, it's kind of film noir kind of beat going, but it does set the atmosphere very well.
Right. Project pick that up. But again, it's an economics question. I mean, unless I can, market it, and I'm not sure. Yeah.
No, but
there'll never be a version 2.
Carolina Press or Westlaw or Lexus.
We're in negotiation with a bunch of people.
Okay.
So, but yes, that's good. But I mean, I'm confident something will come up. But this is not what I expected to be doing when I started the game, let alone being a law professor, which is sort of going around. And I mean, trying to essentially hawk a technology which it's not better for everybody, but for a distinct population, it's obviously the better product. So,
right.
But in case.
Well, it's fun.
Yeah,
it's
fun
and engaging and
right. And if it works, I mean, because I this was not my first choice. I actually a grammar game. I got interested in this because I actually do teach something about grammar.
Okay.
Right. And I wanted a program for teaching sentence-type programming. And we got one. We developed one. It wasn't that hard.
Okay.
But, that's, that's sort of thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
So thank you for your interest. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you for the presentation.
Oh, my pleasure. Thank you for your interest.
Get a light on it.
Sorry?
I think we could turn the light on now.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry about that.
No, no, I didn't want you to go in. You're showing the games. Thank you. That's right. Oh. Yeah. Do I need to, like, throw my arms around or something?
Yeah.
Is it, like, movement sensor?
Yeah, I think you learn how to have pause.
to